Morning, gentlemen.
Welcome.
Establishing relationships, building relationships is really the biggest part of how you're going to succeed in business, how you're going to succeed in most aspects of life. The value of an MBA over 2 years is a chance to really immerse in the culture and community of the school, of the connections in the school, alumni. In our case, we've got an extensive alumni network, employer network, so connections through co-ops, through internships, and we call co-ops as full-time, but through internships, through alumni events. So it's a chance to really immerse in the culture and community, and also to really put time into learning material and studying and really interacting with faculty, interacting with other students. The +1, which we also sometimes call an accelerated MBA. If a student has a bachelor's degree, and this is true for RIT students with a bachelor's degree, or students coming from other schools, other universities and colleges, some of which we have established partnerships with, but it applies even if we don't. For students who have taken certain undergraduate courses in business, we can waive up to 18 credits of the 48 credits in the program. RIT has always been an applied, a practitioner-based place. It's really an approach to give practical skills, practical knowledge. Now, there's always some foundation in theory. I teach accounting. I love accounting. I think accounting is really interesting history and plays a really important role in our securities markets, really in our society. So we certainly get into some of the background and some of the conceptual foundations, but ultimately I want my students to be able to walk away being able to analyze company financial statements, being able to develop forecasts and cost-based projects and analyze taxes. The RIT MBA it works, I think, for students with almost any background as far as undergraduate preparation or career experience that they may have. But RIT being an institute of technology, there's a pretty heavy emphasis relative to a lot of schools in opportunities in technology. In the core curriculum, electives that are available, there's probably a lot more of it in technology and tech-based than a lot of other places. But that doesn't exclude the opportunities. For example, I'm connected with our Masters in Communication. So, and communication is just an example, but RIT's also got a big connection, historical connection to photography and the arts, in part because Eastman Kodak was founded here. And George Eastman, there's a lot of old money in Rochester, Bausch & Lomb and Kodak, Xerox, and that impacts the culture in the area in a really positive way, but that impacts the campus by giving students opportunities to do some other things. We've got a Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation. It's a nationally recognized center. The resources, the people we have there, the connections we have there. I mean, there's a variety of different programs we run. We have an institute for ethics, sustainability, corporate governance, a couple of institutes. And so the emphasis there, the sustainability emphasis is tremendous. The STEM designation, really interesting, that comes through the U.S. federal government and allows international students, non-U.S. permanent residents or citizens, to be able to stay for up to 3 years and work in the U.S. for up to 3 years while they're completing their masters and after they complete their masters. So this gives them a chance to really, talk about getting to know the community and the culture and getting to work with people and connect with people. What can we promise at the end of the MBA journey? Connections for life. I started teaching over 30 years ago, and I'm still in touch with people I started with. We care. We want them to succeed. We try very hard to keep in touch. It's always a two-way street. But we've just, we're there. It's a long-term family sort of relationship.